Understanding how men express deep feelings isn't always easy. Unlike movies or dramatic love stories, real-life attraction often shows up quietly, through actions rather than words. Many men struggle to openly say how they feel, not because they don't care, but because they express emotions differently. Instead of long confessions or obvious gestures, they reveal their feelings through consistent behavior, small choices, and subtle changes in how they treat someone special. When a man truly likes you, his actions begin to shift. You may notice him becoming more attentive, more thoughtful, and more emotionally present, sometimes without fully realizing why. These changes aren't accidental. They happen because his feelings are growing, and his instincts naturally push him to protect, connect, and invest. While attraction can be temporary, the behaviors driven by genuine care tend to be steady and meaningful. One of the biggest mistakes people make is waiting only for verbal confirmation. Words matter, but they don't always tell the full story. Actions often reveal intentions more honestly than promises ever could. A man who likes you deeply may not say "I love you" right away, but he will show it in the way he listens, the way he prioritizes you, and the way he treats your emotions with care. These signs are often overlooked because they don't scream for attention, but they speak volumes when you know how to recognize them. It's also important to understand that healthy romantic behavior isn't about control, obsession, or constant attention. Real interest feels safe, respectful, and consistent. It doesn't confuse you or leave you questioning your worth. Instead, it brings a sense of calm and reassurance. When a man's feelings are genuine, you don't feel pressured, you feel chosen. You feel considered, supported, and emotionally included. Every man expresses affection differently, but certain patterns appear again and again when feelings are deep. These patterns show up in how he spends his time, how he reacts to your emotions, how he speaks about the future, and how he handles conflict or jealousy. They reveal whether his interest is temporary or rooted in something more meaningful. This is especially important in a world where mixed signals are common. Social media, busy schedules, and emotional guardedness can make it difficult to tell where you stand. That's why recognizing these romantic moves matters. They help you understand intentions without forcing conversations or making assumptions. They allow you to observe, reflect, and trust what you see rather than what you hope to hear. The romantic moves discussed here are not about perfection. No one gets everything right all the time. Instead, they reflect effort, intention, and emotional maturity. They show how a man behaves when he cares, not just when it's convenient, but consistently over time. These actions demonstrate whether he values connection, respects boundaries, and sees you as part of his life rather than just a passing moment. As you read through these signs, remember that context matters. One action alone doesn't define feelings, but repeated behavior tells a story. When these moves appear together and continue over time, they paint a clear picture of deep interest and emotional investment. Romance isn't always loud. Sometimes, it's found in the quiet ways someone shows up, listens, and stays. The following romantic moves highlight those moments, the ones that reveal true feelings when words fall short. 1. He finds reasons to be around you. When a man truly likes you, his presence around you is never accidental. He doesn't always announce his feelings directly, but his actions quietly reveal his intentions. Finding reasons to be around you is one of the strongest signs of genuine interest. He may show up where you are, extend conversations that could easily end, or invent small excuses just to spend a little more time with you. These reasons might seem casual on the surface, but they come from a deeper emotional pull he feels toward you. He may sit near you even when there are other places available, walk with you even if it's slightly inconvenient, or delay leaving just to talk a bit longer. Sometimes he asks questions he already knows the answers to, simply to keep the interaction going. Other times, he offers help you didn't ask for, not because you need it, but because he wants to feel useful and connected to you. Being near you gives him comfort, excitement, and a sense of belonging. This behavior isn't about control or obsession. Instead, it's driven by emotional curiosity and attraction. He wants to understand you better, your moods, your reactions, your energy. Being around you allows him to feel closer without risking rejection by openly confessing his feelings. Even in silence, your presence matters to him. Importantly, this effort feels natural, not forced. He doesn't make you feel crowded or uncomfortable. Instead, his presence feels warm and reassuring. Over time, you may notice that he becomes a consistent part of your routine. That consistency is key. A man who repeatedly chooses to be around you is emotionally investing, even if he hasn't said it out loud yet. 2. He listens carefully and remembers small details. When a man listens carefully and remembers small details about you, it's a powerful sign that his interest goes far beyond surface-level attraction. Many people hear, but very few truly listen. A man who likes you deeply pays attention not just to your words, but to the emotions behind them. He notices your tone, your pauses, and the things you mention casually, even when you don't think they matter. He remembers your favorite drink, a story you told weeks ago, or something that made you happy or upset. These details stay with him because you matter to him. Remembering small things requires mental and emotional effort, and people naturally put that effort only into those they value. When he brings up something you mentioned in passing, it shows that he thinks about you even when you're not around. This kind of listening also creates emotional safety. You feel heard, understood, and respected. He doesn't interrupt you or dismiss your feelings. Instead, he gives you space to express yourself fully. Over time, this builds trust. You start to open up more because you know your words won't be ignored or forgotten. Remembering details isn't about impressing you. It's about connection. You want to know what makes you smile, what stresses you out, and what matters most to you. These details help him treat you with care and intention. Emotional bonds grow stronger through understanding, and his attentive listening is his way of building that bond quietly and sincerely. 3. He protects you without making it obvious. When a man likes you deeply, his protective instincts often appear in subtle, respectful ways. He doesn't try to control you or act like a hero, but he quietly ensures your comfort and safety. This kind of protection is emotional as much as it is physical. He checks if you're okay, steps in when something feels off, and stays alert to your needs without drawing attention to himself. He might walk on the side of the road closer to traffic, make sure you get home safely, or speak up when someone disrespects you. Often, he does these things so naturally that you barely notice them at first. That's because his goal isn't to prove anything. It's simply to care for you. His actions come from concern, not ego. Emotionally, he protects you by being considerate with your feelings. He avoids saying things that might hurt you, and if he makes a mistake, he tries to fix it. He becomes more patient and thoughtful because your emotional well-being matters to him. This shows maturity and genuine affection. True protection also respects independence. He doesn't limit your choices or decisions. Instead, he supports you while trusting your strength. This balance, caring without controlling, is a strong indicator of deep interest. It shows he values you as an equal, not as someone to dominate or manage. When a man protects you quietly, it's often because his feelings are real. He may not say "I care about you" directly, but his consistent actions speak clearly. Protection without showing off is one of the most sincere expressions of affection a man can offer. 4. He makes time for you no matter how busy he is. When a man truly likes you, his schedule starts adjusting around you, even if his life is genuinely busy. This doesn't mean he ignores his responsibilities, but it does mean you become a priority within them. He finds time where others only find excuses. Even on stressful days, he checks in, sends a message, or finds a few minutes to connect, because staying connected to you matters to him. Time is one of the most honest currencies people have. Anyone can say they care, but making time requires effort, intention, and sacrifice. A man who likes you deeply doesn't disappear when things get hectic. Instead, he integrates you into his life. He might plan ahead to see you, rearrange commitments, or choose you over rest sometimes, not out of obligation, but desire. What makes this special is consistency. It's not about grand gestures, but regular presence. You don't feel forgotten or unsure of where you stand. His availability reassures you emotionally. It tells you, without words, that you are important enough to be included even when life feels overwhelming. 5. He looks for your reaction first. When something happens, good news, a joke, a surprising moment, and he instinctively looks at you first, it's a quiet but powerful sign of emotional connection. Your reaction matters to him more than anyone else's. Whether it's approval, laughter, or understanding, he wants to see how you feel before anything else. This behavior often happens unconsciously. It shows that you are emotionally central to him. Your opinions influence him, and your emotions affect how he experiences moments. You become his emotional reference point, the person whose response helps him interpret situations. Looking for your reaction also shows vulnerability. It means he cares about how things affect you and how you see him. He values your presence not just physically, but emotionally. Over time, this creates a strong bond because it places you in a position of trust and importance in his inner world. 6. He tries to make you laugh. When a man likes you, your smile becomes one of his favorite rewards. He tries to make you laugh because your happiness gives him genuine joy. He may joke more around you, tease you gently, or share funny stories just to see that reaction he loves. This isn't about being a comedian, it's about emotional connection. Making you laugh is his way of easing tension, building closeness, and creating positive memories together. It also shows that he cares about your mood. If you're stressed or upset, he instinctively tries to lift your spirits. Laughter creates comfort and safety. When he puts effort into making you laugh, it's because he wants you to feel good around him. Over time, this shared joy becomes part of your emotional bond, making your connection feel lighter, warmer, and more natural. 7. He becomes more gentle with you. A man who likes you deeply often softens in your presence. His voice becomes calmer, his actions more careful, and his behavior more thoughtful. This gentleness isn't weakness, it's emotional awareness. He becomes more mindful of how his words and actions affect you. He may speak more patiently, handle situations more delicately, and show restraint where he normally wouldn't. This happens because he values your feelings and doesn't want to hurt you, even unintentionally. Your emotional safety becomes important to him. This gentle behavior signals trust and affection. It shows that he sees you as someone special, someone worth protecting emotionally. When a man allows himself to be gentle, it means his feelings are sincere and deep. 8. He supports your dreams and goals. When a man truly likes you, he doesn't feel threatened by your ambitions. He encourages them. He listens when you talk about your dreams, asks questions, and genuinely wants to see you succeed. Your growth excites him instead of intimidating him. Support can show up in many ways: motivating words, practical help, or simply believing in you when you doubt yourself. He doesn't minimize your goals or make them seem unrealistic. Instead, he treats them with respect because they are part of who you are. This kind of support shows long-term thinking. He isn't just interested in you as you are now, but in who you're becoming. He wants to be part of that journey, standing beside you rather than holding you back. 9. He shows affection in subtle ways. Not all affection is loud or obvious. When a man likes you deeply, his affection often shows up in small, meaningful gestures. A gentle touch, a reassuring look, sitting closer, or checking in quietly. All of these are subtle ways he expresses care. These actions are sincere because they aren't performative. He does them naturally, without expecting attention or praise. Subtle affection often feels more genuine because it comes from comfort, not display. Over time, these small gestures create emotional closeness. They make you feel cared for, valued, and secure. Quiet affection is often the strongest kind because it reflects consistency, not momentary passion. 10. He includes you in his future plans. When a man genuinely likes you and sees you as more than a temporary part of his life, he naturally begins to include you in his future plans. This doesn't always happen in dramatic or obvious ways. Often, it shows up quietly in conversations, choices, and the way he talks about what lies ahead. He may mention events months from now and casually assume you'll be there, or talk about goals while using words like we instead of I. These small details reveal something important. In his mind, you already belong in his future. Including you in future plans shows emotional commitment. Many people avoid thinking too far ahead when they are unsure about someone. A man who brings you into his future isn't just enjoying the present moment. He's imagining life with you in it. He might talk about trips he wants to take with you, experiences he wants to share, or milestones he hopes to reach together. Even simple plans, like holidays, family gatherings, or upcoming life changes, become something he wants to experience with you by his side. This behavior also reflects trust. Planning a future involves vulnerability, because it means opening yourself up to the possibility of disappointment. When a man includes you, it means he feels emotionally safe with you. He believes in the connection enough to invest his thoughts, hopes, and intentions into something long-term. He isn't afraid of commitment. Instead, he's comfortable letting you see where his heart is heading. Another important aspect is consistency. He doesn't make future promises just to impress you. His words align with his actions. If he talks about being part of your future, he also shows up in the present, making time, supporting you, and staying emotionally available. This balance between words and behavior makes his intentions feel reliable and sincere. Including you in future plans also means he respects your individuality. He doesn't expect you to give up your dreams or reshape your life for him. Instead, he imagines a future where both of you grow together. He asks about your goals, listens to your ideas, and considers how your paths can align. This shows that he values you as a partner, not just a companion. Ultimately, when a man includes you in his future, it's one of the clearest signs of deep affection. It means he doesn't just want you for now, he wants you for what's next. His vision of tomorrow feels incomplete without you in it, and that quiet certainty is often stronger than any grand declaration of love. 11. He checks on you without a reason. When a man checks on you without any specific reason, it's one of the most genuine signs of care. He isn't reaching out because he needs something, wants a favor, or has a task to complete. He checks on you simply because you crossed his mind. That small "are you okay?" or "how was your day?" carries emotional weight because it's unprompted and sincere. This behavior shows emotional presence. Even when he's busy or distracted, part of his attention is still with you. He wonders how you're feeling, whether you're tired, stressed, or happy. Checking on you becomes his way of staying emotionally connected, even from a distance. It's not about constant texting. It's about consistency and intention. When he checks on you without a reason, it also creates emotional safety. You feel remembered, valued, and cared for. You don't feel like you're only important when it's convenient for him. Instead, you feel included in his daily thoughts. Over time, these small check-ins build trust because they show he cares about your well-being, not just your availability. 12. He respects your boundaries. Respecting your boundaries is one of the strongest indicators of genuine affection and emotional maturity. When a man truly likes you, he doesn't pressure you, rush you, or make you feel guilty for your limits. Instead, he listens when you express discomfort and adjusts his behavior accordingly. This respect shows that he values you as a person, not just as a source of attention or affection. He understands that trust grows when boundaries are honored. Whether it's emotional space, physical limits, or personal time, he doesn't see boundaries as rejection. He sees them as part of who you are. A man who respects boundaries is thinking long-term. He knows that real connection can't be forced. By honoring your comfort, he creates a safe environment where closeness can develop naturally. This kind of respect deepens emotional intimacy and proves that his interest is sincere, not selfish.